Hey guys, this is Pastor Caleb here at Calvary Chapel, Fullerton. We are so excited that we can begin to add, coming up soon, some in-person services for worship. And so we're going to take a few minutes today and just lay out some practicals as we've been praying and preparing to be able to add this part back into our weekly worship opportunities. So we're gonna walk through what a regular Sunday morning will be like for those of you guys who have RSVP'd and who are ready to come join with us in person back into the building. Let's go over to the front where you're going to check in. We're standing here in front of the church as we want to kind of walk you through the basics of what it'll be like when you come check in for an in-person service. So we're working through the state and local guidelines, which are asking us to go ahead and register for those of you guys that are coming. We're working with 25% of our capacity, so we're asking that for the next couple of Sundays, if you're planning to come join us in person, you've already registered online for you and your family. So when you come in here, what we're going to do is we're going to start with step one, which we're going to do a temperature check just to make sure everybody is safe and secure, and then you can go ahead and get your hand sanitizer and stuff good to go. And then what we'll do is we're going to proceed to go into the building, get our masks, and find a seat. All right, so let's go ahead and head back in and we'll walk inside. Man, it is so good to be back inside worshiping with you. We understand that this will be a one step at a time process for families. You know, like myself, who's got 4 running around at home, it'll be a little bit challenging for the next couple of weeks as we don't yet have children's ministry. But for those that are ready to come back in person, a couple of things that are going to be required as you walk in. Everybody needs to bring their mask with them to service, you know, kind of like we would going back 2,000 years ago with a yarmulke walking in. This is going to be our way of showing respect, not just to the Lord, but to each other in terms of saying, hey, here's how we can walk in love and serve Jesus. I know it's not super comfortable just yet, but for those of you guys who are going to come inside and join us for service, this is going to be a requirement. If you don't have one, don't worry, we'll try to provide you one when you walk in. But we'd ask if you do have one, please bring it with you, as this will be a part of our worship in service. So hey guys, we are now sitting in service and we're ready to worship together. Remember, we've got our masks, so envision me wearing my mask when we're doing this. But as you can see, we've got the sanctuary set up a little bit differently. Based on the California guidelines, we've been asked to be working at about 25% capacity, no more than 100 people. So we've got about 40 chairs set up for our regular worship service, and then we've got a few chairs set up for the worship team and the staff. So what we'd ask when you come in, if you're coming with your family, please register that your spouse and or your child is coming into service so we can try to make sure we've got seating available for you. If one of those seats aren't quite right, just adjust, move one over. But you'll notice that we've got about 6 feet on either side of our chairs, in front or on the side. And so this way you can sit comfortably with your family as we get back to worshiping and singing and listening as we're studying God's Word together. So we want to just close up reminding you of a couple of different things. Number one, we understand that this is a one step at a time process for many of you. Some of you guys have at-risk loved ones at home or that you work with. So we understand for those that feel most comfortable right now worshiping online, thank you for the way that you are engaging and participating with us. For those that are going to be joining, remember that for at least the next month, there will be no children's ministry or youth ministry offered on site. All of our teachers are working hard to provide all of that content online, and trust me, if you've seen it, it's amazing. But till at least July, we will not have any on-site children's or youth ministry available. Again, we are really excited to be able to have this freedom to work together so that we can do on-site services. But let me just remind you that these protocols that we've set up, this is an opportunity for us as the church to model the love of Christ, both to each other here in service, but also to the community who is watching. Paul said, I become all things to all men that I might win some to Christ. I realize that some of these things might be uncomfortable, might be a little bit challenging over the next few months, but beloved, this is our moment. This is our missionary moment to show the love of Christ, to let Him work through us, to show how we use our freedoms for the glory of God and for the gospel. So please, I encourage you, if you're uncomfortable with some of these things, maybe give it a few different weeks. Consider continuing to worship at home or online. But if you'd like to go ahead and follow these different guidelines, jump online when the link goes live, and we'll notify you. We'll let you know when it goes live, and RSVP, and then please work with us. Be patient and flexible as we try to get as many as you in here as possible with the reservation system, and then we're going to try to allow that for multiple weeks. And as soon as we can, we'll open up to additional services and look for different ways that we can meet all of our body's needs. Beloved, this is a great moment that we can make Jesus the focus of not only what we're worshiping, but how we're worshiping. God bless you guys. We'll see you soon.